Welcome to Seeing Red. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I got a lot of videos to get to today. Let's just get into it, all right?
It's basically saying that it is a worldwide agreement of what a 10 is, but that's not true.
Who determines how beautiful a woman is, men or women?
I believe first you determine your own self-worth and beauty, but...
So a woman can be 380 pounds, and if she says she's a 10, then that makes it reality. Is that what you're telling me? Because from what I've known about 10s, they get modeling contracts. They have men in phantoms pulling up on them. They have men who are powerful, vying and fighting for their attention. So can you be a 10 if you're not getting 10 results? Ma'am, nobody mistakes a 10, okay? Most men have never seen a 10 because it supersedes her looks. Her looks are going to be a part of it. Her behavior is going to be a part of it. Her fitness is going to be part of it. Her chastity is going to be a part of it. That's why she's a 10. There is no 10 on the entire planet who has 2 children by 2 men. Do you know what a 10 is? It's a metaphor for perfection, ma'am. Do you believe a woman has reached a level of maturity and perfection when she has 20 men under her belt who have got to nut in her? Things that are high in value, ma'am, are the things that are not dispersed in abundance. Can we agree on that?
Yes.
So how can tons of average men have had access to you and you be high in value?
He was right on the money with all that. I don't think I've ever seen a 10 in my entire life, now that I think about it. I've seen beautiful women, of course, we all have. But to be the embodiment of all those things he listed, you know, femininity, no children, intelligence, and the attention of every high-value man, true high-value man. I don't think I've ever seen it. I think the closest maybe would be like Beyonce and Kelly Rowland in their day, Halle Berry, Janet Jackson when she did The Pleasure Principle. That would have been a 10 to me. But yeah, I don't think I've ever actually seen one. So he kind of defined it for me when he said all this. Now, I would love to hear what you think about this next one in the comments. Take a listen to this one.
Now, I hear a lot of women stand in my courtroom and they're always saying, well, the reason why I did this or the reason why I did that is because they were working. Now, that's a good thing that he's working. Okay. Especially when he has 2 children to support.
Yes, ma'am.
And a family. So what was wrong with that?
He was working all the time, and it's still to this day, it is still like that.
But I'm saying, what would then lead you to sleep with the roommate?
Just 2. It was just 2, because I didn't want to be at my mom's house. I didn't care if I was with him. It was just to be away. And
But you weren't away because you were in the house where he lived. Was this during the time that your daughter was conceived?
Yes, ma'am. It was for 4 months. And
around that time, after I found that out, I moved her out of there and still took the benefit of the doubt and forgave her for what she did. I got us an apartment there on property, and I would work, and I would work, and I would work. And she ended up still going back to that guy's apartment and going to see him again.
Really? And Mr. DeLeon, you kept taking her back?
What can I say? I guess I took it for the benefit of the doubt and I forgave her for it because supposedly these are my children.
So when did you find out she was pregnant and Annalise may not have been yours?
Well, after we had lived in the apartment for a couple of months, we got into arguments and whatnot, and she moved back home. We hadn't talked for a couple of months because we got in an argument. I get a call from her stating, hey, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, okay, why does that concern me? You know, she's like, it's your kid. And I was like, how is it my kid when you've slept with so many other guys? How do I know it's mine? And she's like, well, I want you to be here in the hospital. And, you know, me, kind-hearted like I was, I went and saw her in the hospital. No other guys there. After she slept with all these other gentlemen, she begins to call me. And I end up delivering Annalise. I pulled her out of her. I cut the umbilical cord. I was the doctor. The doctor was overlooking me. You know? And there's a picture right there of me holding my child.
But through all of this, from the beginning, you still promised me through everything that you were still going to be there.
I did promise that I was going to be there.
Okay, he said he gave you the benefit of the doubt, but you are wearing it out now. I mean, really. Are you taking for granted that he keeps taking you back? He keeps saying he's going to be there?
And that's what I
Okay,
believe.
because now this is child number 2 and more doubt.
And that's what I believe, Your Honor, that she kept on taking advantage of me. Because after this child was born, no more than a couple months later, she ended up leaving me and telling me that these kids aren't mine over an argument because I'm working too much, you know?
Ms. Ramirez, did you tell him that?
Yes, I told him that he wasn't the father only and that I was upset at him.
And then I ended up receiving the text message on Facebook and a picture of this gentleman that supposedly is my daughter, that he's holding my kid. And I got a letter from
me see
Facebook
that,
also stating that this is his child. And
This is
these
a
are his
picture
kids.
of another man holding the baby you delivered in the hospital.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And it states
And it
on-
says,
on
my
letters.
baby girl.
Yes.
The letter I provided you with, he's the one that stated that he can be a better father than I was, that these are
'Cause
his
he
kids, and he'll see
was.
us in court.
I'm going to do your job as a man and take care of my family while you have fun over there with your cars. I'm going to be the man that you weren't for my kids. We will see you in court.
And that's right there. You'll
That's
see me in
directed
court.
to you.
Yes.
This is a classic example of low self-esteem. Just a man who doesn't think highly of himself to let some woman just work you like that. I think what you did was in its own way beautiful, but also was the most simplest thing I've ever heard. You know, there's one thing, it's one thing to be a good guy, and it's the next thing to just be taken advantage of. And she belongs to the streets for real.
Fellas, listen, stay away from women who have no ambition of being a wife. If you wanted to be a pilot, you're not gonna be smoking because they drug test you. So if we were smoking, you're gonna be like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. You're not gonna join a gang because you're like, I can't have a police record. I wanna be a pilot. A woman who wants to be a wife is like, no, I'm not finna bust my open on Instagram. I wanna be a wife. So what I'm saying is young men need to stay away from women who don't have ambition to be a wife.
So what makes someone a wife?
Their behavior, not their looks, their behavior. I just told you, a wife is inherently agreeable, nurturing, and soft. She adds to a man's legacy, and that's why he chose you. He's not gonna choose a woman with a bad reputation to carry out his legacy. You have to add to a man's legacy.
A lot of women forget that looks come and go. And men don't really marry you for your looks. You get our attention with that. We marry you for your attitude.
I'm really starting to see what the fuck these men are talking about. Before any of you bitches get up here talking about some pick me, bitch, I'm 45 years old. Nobody needs to pick me. I wouldn't give a fuck if they did or didn't. But I'm really starting to see what the fuck these men are talking about. Women can get away with aborting a fetus, murder, but a man can't get away with abandoning a child. All of those comments on that post are one-sided, and they are only on for the women's side. No one gives a fuck about a man's feelings unless he's giving you some money and some dick. So we're gonna agree to disagree. And I stand my ground. Because if a female can abort murder, then he has the right to walk away when he don't want no damn kids. Because there's a lot of men out there that want kids, and you women be waiting until you hear a heartbeat and you get ahead and go. Have that man sitting there crying. So if you have the right to abort, he has the right to abort the fucking mission. One-sided thinkers.
Yeah, this one really kind of hit home with me because this kind of happened to me when I was younger. I was in an interracial relationship and she didn't want to have the baby when we had a small mistake because she felt her family would disown her. And I had no say in it and I really wanted to keep the child. So I understand what she's talking about that. So just be careful when you are with someone and make sure that this is somebody you would want to have a baby with should there be a mistake.
Come on, that's what those for you, bro. We done, bro. That shit is ridiculous.
I cheated.
I would never cheat on you. I ain't never do what these other girls do. I'm not like these other girls. I ain't nothing like them. I would never cheat on you because I'm just not that type of person. I'm in love with you. And this and that. Bro, stop the f***ing lying. You cheated. Like, what do you want to do? I'm not gonna cheat back. That's just not me. I'm not gonna be with you because that's just not me. You cheat. Your done. You cheated. We done.
I literally came to you and told you, I'm literally telling you that I made a mistake. Like, you know, I'm in love with you. I don't want nobody else. Like, I'm literally telling you that I made a mistake.
If you was in love with me from the beginning, you would have never cheated on me. At this point, I don't know who the hell you brought in this apartment. You could have brought anybody in this apartment.
I didn't bring
anybody in this apartment.
I didn't.
I don't know that. I was gone for 2 days. I don't know that.
I just want you to say that we can work on our relationship and then
We are not working on We are done. We are done. You can live in this apartment by yourself. We are done.
I don't want to be done.
It's not about you. That's what it was. You thought it was about you. You thought it was about you. You cheated, huh? Oh, I'm gonna go drink with my girls. I'm gonna go have fun. I'm gonna go.
No,
I'm gonna go get drunk. I'm gonna go kiss
Mom,
my.
I didn't mean to do it.
I don't care. You can say that Saha woo cry for somebody else, not me. You can cry all you want to. I don't give a damn. I really don't give a
You act like I meant to do it though. I didn't mean for it to happen. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't bring nobody in here. I would never do that.
What kind of coward are you to give in? You are a coward. You giving into another relationship. And he probably don't want to be with you. He probably got a girlfriend doing the same shit. And she probably don't give a fuck because she probably got another dude.
Ma, I'm telling you, I'm sorry and that I made a mistake.
Trey,
I don't understand what more do you want me to say. I'm literally saying I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Let's move on from it.
I don't want to hear your mouth.
I was drunk.
Okay, you can be drunk. You still know what you're doing. At the end of the day, you gotta drive home right or wrong.
Come on, that's
those for you, bro. We done, bro. That shit is ridiculous.
I don't even have a lot to say about this, except for the fact that you should never, ever take back a cheater. Ever. The moment you find out your other is cheating on you, it is over. Because if you take them back, they'll just do it to you again.
Too many females focus on being the catch and not understanding the value of the man that has caught them. You spend so much time trying to say that you're the prize, and the relationship itself is not treated as the first place prize as it should be. Now you fumble a good man because you didn't understand his value or his purpose. You saw absolutely no value in the fact that this man could provide, protect, connect, and correct you because you want to be in charge. You want to take that leadership role on so bad that you don't understand the burden of actually being a real leader. Therefore, you don't respect it and or value it. Now you fumble him and you back in the real world dating again and talking about the dating pool got piss in it when you just had a good man. Don't get so used to having a yes man that you fumble a real man.
Preach, my queen. Preach. Anyway, that'll do it for me today. Please come back and check me out again. I got posts every week. I'm Tommy Guns. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll see you next time.